Alright, so it's raining outside. You guys can probably hear that. And I want to make this video about being single. Okay, so I was talking to my best friend, and in the conversation, I was talking about how, since being single, I've noticed that, like, okay, so if I see other people who are single and, like, they post something or whatever, uh, their post will be like, still single, waiting for my soulmate, or um, my soulmate must be missing, so Marco, and then waiting for somebody to put Polo or something. Um, it made me realize that people are so desperate to be in a relationship instead of actually um, working on themselves to then, like people's main focus is being with somebody. And I was to fault for this as well. Like literally up until, the my ex broke up with me and being single for over a month now, I have done things that people haven't that they don't do. That takes them like 5 years to do after the relationship. Like I don't know how to explain it, but like this is the first time I've been single since I was 15 years old. So like, and I'm 27 right now. 27. So this is the first time I've been single since I was 15. So what happened and what's happening? I worked on myself. I got a job. I started saving to invest in my online business. I kept working on my album. Like while I was in the relationship I was just in, I was making a, EDM style album. I make music with FL Studios, and I still am mastering some of the songs so I can get the whole project mastered and done so I can get it either through DistroKid or United Masters to get it on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, all those other places. Um, so my album's out there. But I still have to do that, right? I'm still working on. I have to save to buy this DJ equipment. So I can, DJ my songs and perform them at festivals. I have this connect that can get me in the festivals. It's just up to me to get the fucking DJ equipment and learn how to DJ and then DJ my album and, my set. And I have an idea for like lights and like the show that I want to do while I'm performing. And, but I still have to do all that. And this is, so when me and the girl broke up, right? When she broke up with me, I sat there scrounging YouTube looking for what would any man do, right? Looking on YouTube for videos to help me. What do you do if the girl broke up with you type shit? And that's what I typed in on YouTube. What do you do if the girl broke up with you? And then I found a bunch of men talking about um forget the girl, stack up, stack your money, yada yada yada, all this other shit. But in the same sentence that they say forget the girl, they say forget the girl, stack your money. Then they said something about make sure you buy new clothes, buy new this, take a girl, get a new girl, take her out to the places you wanted to take your other girl at, take the new girl to the Bahamas and take some pictures and post it on Instagram so the old girl will know, because even though the old girl might say she's not paying attention, she'll pay attention to what you're doing, and if you're doing good, it'll piss her off and yada yada. And I was like, that was the most immature little boy thing that any man could say. Like, bro, like you contradict yourself if you're saying forget the girl, stack your money and do your thing, but then you also say get another girl and take her to the Bahamas and take pictures so your ex can see the pictures. And it's like, bro, at that point you didn't even enjoy the Bahamas. What the fuck did you go to the Bahamas for? Like, this is what I've been doing for me. It's that I'm not doing but I've never done anything for anybody else. Like, I don't give a shit what people think about me. I don't give a fuck what people, how people judge me. I don't care if I have money or not. I don't care if I go to the Bahamas or not. I don't give a shit if my ex is jealous of me or not. I don't, and it's not in no ego shit. It's just on some genuine, like, being single you should be building yourself. But even when I was in a relationship, like in a relationship, you should be building yourself as well. Yes, you should be building together and build a relationship and you put it into the relationship, but you shouldn't lose your individuality, you know? And I've never lost my individuality with anything. And in the relationship, I realized maybe I was a little too reliant on the comfort of a woman. But now that I'm sitting here, I'm realizing that, well, really, the issue is that boys and girls are boys and girls, and we don't know how to be men and women. Because you end up single, and then you're like, yeah, fuck the girl, fuck the girl. No. Like, I wish nothing but my ex, nothing but success, happiness, love, wealth, fucking. Like, I don't know. I have no animosity, no anger, no whatever. Like, it's nothing but love. And I think a lot of people don't have enough maturity to genuinely understand that, okay, if your partner broke up with you, maybe it's just because you guys needed to go on separate paths for a second. Maybe there wasn't necessary. There doesn't have to necessarily be something exactly wrong for the person to leave. Everything could be perfect, and the person just feels like they need to leave because it's what they have to do. And it's about, in a relationship, it's about understanding, and do those two people understand each other? It doesn't matter if the rest of the world understands you, because they're not supposed to. If the world understands you, then most likely you and your partner don't have enough understanding with each other, because you and your partner should have enough understanding with each other to the point where it looks crazy to everybody else. But this is the thing where I'm realizing, okay, me and my partner had enough whatever to the point where now that she's my ex and I'm her ex, that we have nothing but love and respect for each other still, and with like wish each other nothing but the best. And it's that thing that, okay, I wish her nothing but the best, but because she's my ex, I'm not necessarily thinking about her or anything. I'm doing things for me. Like, I make music because it's what I've always done since I was 11, and I want to perform and I want to do my thing. I'm trying to become more financially stable, not to do anything other than like, why else? Like, I want to fucking be financially stable because I'm sick and tired of worrying about how the fuck I'm gonna get food. Like, it's these things that, it has nothing to do with the ex. It has nothing to do with the past relationship. Has nothing to do with anybody else. It has only thing to do with the fact that I need to fix me, right? I need to help, even if I'm perfect, right? So I need to get my teeth fixed because growing up poor, it put me in a certain situation with my teeth. So it's only $2,000 down to get the teeth completely fixed and get the veneers and all this other shit, whatever. So, like, why not? Why not work on that? Why not learn, like, I need to learn how to drive, get a car. Why not do that? Like, there's so many things that other men could do. So for me, I'm working on my music, becoming a little more financially stable. I have a job, and I'm getting ready to get a second job so then I can relaunch my online business, so I have money to invest in that, so then I can eventually quit the jobs and just do my thing with my online business. I'm hopefully going to be running a EDM radio station. My dad owns like a media company where he owns a bunch of radio stations, and I'm going to be starting an EDM station for him, so I'll be doing that. And I got my podcast, I got my YouTube channel, I got all these things I'm doing, right? And it's like, why don't people do them? Like, and it makes me think, okay, it's most likely because when, even before the relationship, they probably had no idea who they were. So, like, then they get in a relationship and then they don't know who they are, because then you lose yourself in the relationship, and then the relationship ends and you still don't know who you are or where you need to go or what you need to do. And it's that I was doing this before I even knew the girl that I was just with. And I've known her since I was like, I was 19 or 20 and she was 14 or 15 is when I met her. But, like, it's just, I don't know. Before I met her, I was doing this. I was on a psychedelic journey, learning, making music. I had a studio back then, and, well, actually, I think I just got rid of the studio back then, but I used to have a studio where I'd get paid to record people's music, and, like, I've been on this journey of my life, and it's the realization that, okay, now I'm just back on that journey, and Like I was on the journey the whole time when I was with the girl, but it's just when you're with the girl, if you're in a relationship, you need to start structuring your reality around the relationship. So my goals didn't get put to the side burner. It's just the relationship was the main thing, and then the goals became part of the relationship. Like, okay, if I'm doing the music and I'm performing, if I get paid for it, I would send money back to her, or like I would start thinking things like this where it's no longer I'm performing the thing, and if I get a little money, I put it in my pocket, and I whatever, and it started being about the family and about the things because she had kids. And when she left, yeah, it was traumatic because my mindset was set on this family thing, and then my mindset had to go on me without becoming ego, because that's what I noticed on the internet is with a lot of these men giving their advice to the boys that get their heart broken. Basically what you're trying to tell these little boys is to man up, use your ego to stack a bunch of money and show off and get a bunch of bitches and yada yada. And like it just sounded childish to me because people's confidence is reliant on whether they can afford a certain type of shoe, or whether they can whatever, or your fake happiness is trying to show off for your ex to show her that, oh, this could have been you if you just didn't leave, blah blah blah. Like that shows that I'm glad she left you, bro. Like shit. Like it shows that you're an asshole, that that your main concern is trying to make her feel bad for leaving you. That my main concern is she made her decision, it's fine, that's her life, you know what I mean? And I generally wish her nothing but the best, no animosity, nothing but love. And I just have to focus on me. It's just like she has to focus on her. And if we decide to get back together in the future, we decide that. If we don't, we don't. It doesn't fucking matter because life goes on. You have to go with the river of life. And as soon as you start fighting the river, you'll start seeing ripples and you'll start seeing waves and tsunamis that are not good for your reality. And so it's better to just go with the flow. And going with the flow as well. She's not coming back. So, I might have an opportunity to move to North Carolina. So I'm thinking about that. I might have an opportunity to. There's so many opportunities in my path, in my journey, that are now opening because I'm deciding to just walk the journey without fighting it. I'm deciding to not try just to go backwards. People live in the past because it was a beautiful past, but yeah, it was a beautiful past. It was a beautiful time, but I have to let it go and I have to accept what is. And what is right now is I'm alone. I'm single and so I meditate, I work out, I eat better. All I do is make music because that's all I want to do. I love making music. So I sit here on my computer on FL Studios and I make beats and I'm tweaking the bass and I'm doing this and I'm doing that and I'm trying to save and invest to get my DJ equipment so I can learn that. And this is all the most exciting things of my life because I'm having the time of my life just learning this shit and building myself. And I've never been financially stable, but I'm financially stable. I'm financially stable more than I was a month ago, and in 2 months I'll be more financially stable than I am right now, and it's only progress, and it's beautiful. And it's this thing where I remain humble, because the thing is, it doesn't matter if I got rich. It didn't matter if I became a homeless man on the street. I would still be just like this. I am just me. And I don't care about success or whatever. I guess I do, I want it. But success to me is what I already have. The genuine happiness. My my ex broke up with me. She it was the best relationship I could have ever asked for, right? To the point where I have no interest in relationships right now. I just have an interest in building myself and building my life and doing my dreams and making my dreams reality and helping people and inspiring people. And a lot of people have told me I've inspired them just how I dealt with the breakup and how I publicly talk about things and I publicly express what I'm going through or whatever, and people say it inspires them. That's so fucking awesome because that's that's the goal, I guess, to inspire, just to show, well, this is just what I'm doing, right? maybe what I'm doing will inspire somebody. Um, because I think it's about love, compassion, empathy, and using that in a reality. But to really be loving, compassionate, and empathetic is a bitch. It's not. I don't care what anybody tells you that if they, yeah, it's so easy to be loving and compassionate and caring when everything is going your way. When your ego is pleased, yeah, of course you're fucking loving and kind. But your girl leaves you, are you still gonna love her? Like, you still like, because I still love the girl. Like, there's no difference in the love. It's just that I understand I have to focus on me now, and I understand it's an acceptance, but it's also an understanding that I understand her. So I understand the situation. We get each other. So like, it just is what it is. It's that I have enough empathy and love and compassion for her that I can go through this without being bitter or without being angry or without being upset. Like, I was sad, but like, I'm sad, but like, it is what it is. And I think that we need to learn how to look at the positives in life, that okay, well, this is a time for me to build myself, because now I am becoming a man. I'm becoming self-sufficient. I'm self-emotional, like, meaning like I have complete control of my mind. I meditate. I balance I guess all of these things, right? Like, I'm still sad sometimes, so I cry, but I'm never depressed. I've never been depressed. I don't believe in depression or anxiety. Like, I felt those things before, but I've beat those things because it's all about learning how to control the thoughts inside your mind. And if you can control the thoughts inside your mind, you can control your feelings. You can control and if you can control your feelings, you can control what you're attracting in your life. And that shit is real. So it's like, well, that's what I've been focused on. My mind, meditating, like, I don't watch bullshit. I don't watch Netflix. I don't watch any of that because I don't want to. I don't need to now. I'm single. I don't need to sit down with a girl and watch a movie. I don't need to, whatever. I am now learning about entrepreneurship more. I'm learning about business taxes. I'm learning about this and that because that's what I need to learn to relaunch my online business, because that's where I failed at when I started my business in 2017. That I didn't know enough about business, so it began to fail. And but now I'm ready to relaunch it. I'm already buying I got a kilo of the product right now. I'm gonna be getting a couple more kilos and a couple more kilos of the product, and you just keep building the product. And I'm gonna get some more herbs like ashwagandha and some motherwort extract and some this and that, and then you know, and then you go from there. But I don't know. I just think that I wouldn't have been able to do all this fast if it wasn't for the mindset I have. And the mindset I have is that, yeah, my ex left me, but you have to use that pain to do something with your pain. Don't just sit there and cry with it. Like, yeah, there's times where I just cried myself to sleep, but I cried myself to sleep so I could wake up the next morning ready to work on my beat, ready to work on my music, ready to work on my website, rebuilding my website, ready to work on my book. I started writing on my book again, and these are the things that now I have time for. I have so much I'm trying to do with my life that, like, I don't know. You have to learn how to look at the positives. But the problem is, when people get in a relationship and they're in that relationship and then the person leaves them, they're so shattered that the person left them that they can't even focus on themselves. That they don't even, whatever. And I get it. Because, like, all I want, is the ex. I want the family back. I want the whatever. But if you can't have the family back right now, if there's nothing you can do about it right now, then you need to start focusing on what do you have control over. You have control over what you eat, you have control over what you do, you have control over what you think, and you have control over what you watch. That's why I don't watch things that, like, Netflix or anything. I don't watch, I literally work out all the time. I meditate, I make videos, I make music, I work on my beat. Like, I just do my thing. On the weekends, I get my daughter, so I spend time with my daughter. I take her down by the river, I talk to her, philosophize, take her to the park, and the only time I watch a movie, I guess, is with her, but we're watching this series called The 100, which is like this really woke show in a sense. My daughter's 10, so like she has me as a dad, so like she's been able to understand things like this for a long time, but like or things like that for a long time. But like, I don't know. It's this thing that I'm focusing on me. I'm building me. I'm in love with me, and there's nothing wrong with that. People will look at you like you're some egotistical asshole because you are in love with yourself, but they're only looking at you like an egotistical asshole because they fucking hate themselves. So they look at you with so much envy and jealousy because you love yourself and you're working on yourself and you're building yourself and you're thinking about yourself and you're happy. Oh my God, God forbid that you're actually genuinely happy when you just went through a breakup. Oh my God, you know, people will think you're suicidal or some shit. And it's like, people don't understand. I was suicidal 2 years ago when I was in, like, 3 years ago when I was in a different relationship, I was suicidal. But people wouldn't have known, right? It's that people need to learn how to, yes, obviously be there for your friends and whatever. But at the same time, we need to worry about ourselves. So like, I don't know. Don't listen to those people on the fucking internet saying, yo, fuck that bitch, get another girl. And no, don't get no fucking other girl. Don't think about another girl. Why would you think about another girl? Like, so if your girl broke up with you, like, do you love her? Do you want to be with her? Like, if you wanted to be with her in the future, then you need to work on yourself. And work on yourself, not with the intention to be with her in the future. Just work on yourself. And then maybe it'll happen, but maybe it won't. But it doesn't matter. You need to not worry about girls. And you need to worry about yourself. And you need to worry about what fucking... Do you have a brain? Like, do you have mind? Like, how much mind do you have? Like, people be talking about how much money they got. Yeah, the girl broke up with you, so you stack up a bunch of money and you get a car and you get a house and you get this and you get that. Okay. But your mindset is still the exact same that it was before she left. You're still the same person. You're still like a little boy who is just trying to buy a bunch of toys to soothe and comfort himself. Like, fuck that. You need to grow up and become a man and build yourself. Build your mentality. Build the person you want to be. And yes, gain the things you want to have, but it's more about becoming the man or woman that you want to be because, I don't know. This has nothing to do with relationships necessarily. Yeah, humans are supposed to be in relationships because man and woman, we're supposed to, I get it, but you need to find yourself. So if your girl broke up with you and you're single now, if you're just single and you're still have time to be bored, or you still have time to sit there and mope about it, or you still got time to whatever, then you got time to work out and do 50 push-ups, and you got time to fucking sit down and figure out a business plan for your business idea that you've always wanted to do. You got time to sit down and like calculate, maybe calculate going to the Bahamas, but enjoy the time so much that you forgot to take a fucking picture. So now you don't have a picture of you at the Bahamas that you could post on Instagram. You only have a picture of you on the plane on your way when you were leaving the Bahamas because you had so much fun that you forgot to fucking take a picture. Like, we need to literally be in the moment. So that's the main point of reality. I have so much fun a lot of times that I'm forgetting to document me making the beats because I'm just having fun making the beats. I'm having fun with my life so much that I'm forgetting to make videos. Like, I love making videos, but I'm just building. I'm saving. I'm now a little more financially stable. In 1 month, I became more financially stable than I have been in the past 6 months. And it's like, yeah, a lot can change when you focus your mind on something. Like, you can actually begin to change shit. Like, now my album's almost done. I'm setting up shows, and you can actually begin to make fucking moves when you make phone calls, when you make connections, when you fucking network yourself, when you put your fucking time and effort and mind into something, you get something back. And, yeah. So, like, yeah, it's shitty that the girl left you. It's shitty that you're single. It's shitty. But like, it's beautiful that you get the chance to meet yourself again. And if you don't like yourself, you get to change yourself. You get to create yourself. You get to rebuild yourself into whatever you want to be. You know, like reinvent yourself. You get to do whatever the fuck you want. You're single. And yeah, people be like, you can do whatever you want, so fuck bitches and blah 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 blah. Like I don't want to fuck bitches. Like I just wanted to make love in a relationship, and we were some freaky ass humans anyways sexually. So like, I mean, very few people that can top that anyway. So it's like one of these things that, well, since my mindset would be on this egotistical thing, if I was to fuck bitches, that's a bad idea. It's just a distraction. Like, I understand why people do no fapping. Now, I don't do that, right? But, like, I just understand why people do, because some people have a hard time focusing. I don't have a hard time focusing. I'm fucking focused as shit. I am so fucking focused on what I am trying to do, on my goals, on my dreams, on my thing, that, like, nothing will fucking stop me from doing what I'm doing besides death. The only thing that's going to stop me is if I drop dead. But besides that, I'm literally just paying attention to if I just keep doing what I'm doing financially with my job and my second job and then my side thing, and then I relaunch my online business and all this other shit, then financially I'll be fine. Like, it's only a matter of time. It's because I'm repeating the fucking pattern. This is all this is a bunch of programs and patterns. That's all life is. And I've been able to get rid of old patterns by replacing them with new patterns. And I've been able to get rid of old programs by replacing them with new programs, and old ideas by replacing them with new ideas that better suit the future that I want. And I've been able to do all this because I'm here by myself alone. I don't hang out with friends. I, like, for the past month, I've only hung out with my friends. Like, since my girl left me, I've only hung out with my friends once or twice. That's it. And, like, the last time there was like a little mini argument in a sense, because they didn't understand what I'm trying to say here. That, like, they misunderstand. Like, friends will try to get in your business. Like, people don't understand the relationship. People don't understand you. People don't understand you. If you're happy, I'm telling you, if you end up happy when shit's going bad in your life, and then other people are looking at you like, man, if I was you, I'd be fucking suicidal and sad, and yeah, but I'm not you. I'm me. And because I'm me, I understand that this is just part of my process, part of my journey, part of life. And life is learning how to move through the suffering and use the suffering to your benefit. Like, we avoid suffering because it's so painful, but I use the suffering to my advantage to help me, to help propel me through the third dimension. Like, the pain that I went through, the loneliness, these things drive me to make more music, drive me to be better, to become stronger, to become wiser, so I can get through the pain. So if I can learn how to get through this pain and suffering, I can tell other people how I got through the pain and suffering, and maybe it'll help somebody else. That I got through the breakup because I decided to work on myself. I got through the breakup because I don't hold back tears. When I want to cry, I cried. But after a week or two of that, eventually you stop wanting to cry so hard, and then you start rebuilding yourself, and it takes time, and time heals all wounds, and that shit is real. But it's just I don't know. There's just so much information about this shit that I just seen so much wrong information about what a single boy should do when the girl leaves him. And what the single boy should do is focus on what type of man he wants to be and go from there. I'm a father on the weekend, so I'm working on being a better father. Even though some would say I'm a good father, I can always be better. You know, if I'm a good musician, I can always be better. If I'm going to learn how to DJ, so I can always be better. I got to get better at DJing. I got to get better at all these things. And it's that thing, that being single, I was like, well, I guess I could have been better. In the relationship, I could have been better. To the point where maybe she wouldn't have left. But it's not about dwelling on what ifs or whatever. It's about just generally accepting what happened, seeing what happened, observing what happened. Yeah, so learn from your mistakes, but grow, get better, and become a better man because of the mistakes. And yeah, re-fall in love with yourself.